Well, howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here, and just me and the critters. Show ya. There's a Nixie right there. Nixie. Noodle. Nixie Ann. Nixie. Hello. Hey, Nix. Hi. Hi, pretty girl. She says, don't disturb me. I'm being a guard dog. And then we have Captain Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Hi. You gonna talk to anybody? No? You're not gonna talk to anybody? And then there's the mama right there. Right, Charlie? Charlie says, okay, Mom. And me. And Angel's on the chair right across, sleeping, curled up in a little ball. Anyway, it is January 28th, 2017, Saturday afternoon. It is 2:21 p.m. already. It is 53 degrees. Real feel is 53. The high will only be 55 and the low will be 44. It got down to 41 last night, which was, pretty cold for us. And if you can hear something running right now, it actually is our little portable ceramic heater. That's enough to keep the place warm. If it gets really chilly, we'll turn on the propane heater for just, maybe, let's say maybe 10 minutes, take a chill off, and then, the ceramic heater does enough for the rest. But that's enough. It does a nice job. So anyway, what have y'all been up to? What have y'all been up to? Anybody? If anybody gets a chance, go over to Pamela Hicks' channel. She and her brother Ricky do the funniest videos ever, and they also do live hangout, which I am so appreciative of, because at night when my husband's working, usually they come on quite often during the week for live hangout, and it sure is a good old time, and it sure does make me not feel near as lonely. I'll be up doing stuff, cooking or doing whatnot, and I'll pop in, talk. The rest of the time I'm just listening, but we just all have a great time. But they just did an exercise video, and it was the funniest thing ever. So go over and show them some love. Let me get out my little cheat notebook, which is closed. Darn it, can you believe that? I know. Alrighty, let's see. Where are we at, boys and girls? Well, yesterday Brad worked, of course. And I cleaned house while he was gone at work, because I already had gotten my crafts all done that I need to get done for that day. I showed you guys the, if anybody is wanting me to make them one of those chulos or whatever, I will be listing the image of on Etsy. My link is always below. And you can order yourself one. Now, each one will be a little different, because I just do these myself, and it's my own pattern. But, if you'd like to purchase one, I encourage you to. That helps me, because I do a lot of donating. I do a lot of loom knitting. For those of you that are newer here, I do a lot of loom knitting where I donate stuff. And, in fact, I was watching specials last night on YouTube on the Appalachian mountains and stuff, and the people that live there, and how poor they are and stuff. And it was especially look at that fuzz thing right there. It was especially a special on the kids, and I decided the next time that I donate hats, and you guys know I've been making newborn and toddler hats, and I'm going to make some kid-sized ones. I'm gonna find an organization to send some up that way, because it gets pretty cold up in those there mountains and stuff. So, but anytime that you're buying anything, what you're actually doing is helping pay for me to be able to keep donating as far as shipping and stuff. We all know shipping costs are just very high. And that will be my next place that I donate to. I try to pick different places. But anyway, so I cleaned house and stuff, dusted, vacuumed, did the bathroom area, dishes, all of that. I have sheets that I use on the passenger chair because we always have dogs that like to lay up there. And on this couch, they're always laying on here, obviously. It's like you can see right now, I've got a blanket and I've got a sheet. A twin size sheet fits perfectly on this couch, even when it's folded up. And then when it's unfolded, it's nice. And so once a week I go and I change all that, put fresh ones on. So did all that kind of stuff, and I freshen up all the fabrics and stuff in the RV with Febreze and stuff. So, so let's see. And I just watched some YouTube. Like I said, I watched some specials on the Appalachian people, families, and poverty, and stuff, and also watched some other YouTube videos, obviously, and then I made breakfast burritos, which I used a half a pound of ground sausage, pork sausage, and some bell pepper, onion, fresh mushrooms. I used some this time, and eggs, and then of course we had them with tortilla. We use I think it's a little fajita. Yeah, we like these little fajita-sized tortillas, and cheese, and then taco sauce. You can use picante sauce if you had it. We don't happen to have any right now, so that's one of the things that we like to have at night. It reheats really nice. The eggs and stuff all reheat really nice for when Brad gets home, and it's quick, easy, and inexpensive, and a healthier thing, I feel. So did that, and like I said, we had to get out the heater last night and get it going. And today, like I said, it's still cold out. And in my wax, in my tart burner, I call it tart burner. A lot of people call them wax melter. I told you guys, it's actually a candle warmer, and I just have a ceramic top on top because the base broke on my tart burner, and I didn't want to put a whole bunch of money out. So this was like $5. As I'm using sandalwood today. And then I'm going to do some looming. I have some more looming to do because I have an order going out next week, and like I said, I'm adding some things to it just because I want to, because this person is really special to my heart. And I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos or movies or TVs and whatnot while I do that. And then Brad's at work right now. He had a quick turnaround. He had to be at work at 11. That poor guy could not sleep for anything last night. Neither could I. But I wasn't worried about me. I don't work outside the home. But he had to go in. He might have been lucky if he got 2 hours sleep. Seriously. I finally fell asleep about 7 a.m. And I was back up at noon. And I remember hearing this alarm go off and stuff at 9:30. But anyway, he still remembered to take that package as I had my daughter's birthday gifts, and I had gotten each of the grandkids a little something. I had gotten my granddaughter a couple bottles of specialty acrylic paint. One was glow in the dark, and one had glitter in it. Because I was telling her about it, and because Because she still remembers very fondly that we would go in my art studio when we lived in Wyoming and work side by side and stuff. So it's kind of a really nice connection, neat connection for the two of us. But anyway, and then like I told you guys, she was all upset because she had lost the slippers I'd made her, so I made her a couple more pairs and made her mom a pair, and then that Choodaloo sea monster, baby sea monster, and then got each one of my grandsons, they're called slappy sticks or something. And it's the hand, and it's actually got like this paddle thing you slap against something, and you know, we used to have some like that. They were kind of like octopuses that we just slap against a wall or a refrigerator or something, and it would kind of crawl down. Well, these are kind of the same thing. So I got, you know, both my grandsons that. I didn't want them to feel left out. But he remembered to take that this morning. I'm amazed. So it should get there. Her birthday's on the 31st, so it should get there right on the 31st, it said. And sending it priority. And like I said, it costs enough to send stuff priority or even any other way. But, you know, it is clear across country. So I just wanted to know that we love her and we're thinking about it. So tonight I'm making potato salad, and then we're going to have BLTs. It's going to be an easy dinner, which will be good. Brad gets off here this afternoon here in a little bit. I'm sure he's going to want to take naps. I want to too. So, you know, we'll be doing that. And then we'll just kind of relax tonight and watch some movies or something, you know. Charlie's watching a cat out there, aren't you, Charlie? Are you watching a cat? Oh, so is Nixie. Look at them. Look at the baby. They're so pretty. Hi, Nixie. Are you a pretty girl? Yeah. Her and her haircut. Yeah, her haircut. Charlie. What are you doing, Charlie? Charlie, what are you looking so tentatively on, huh? Charlie, hello. Why every time I got this computer on you guys ignore me? Charlie. No, leave it. Leave it. No, ma'am. Nixie Ann Heidi. No, Charlie Ann. Charlie, don't be rude. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it, Nixie Ann. Charlie Ann. Nixie Ann. Noodle. Nixie. Oh, really? Are you... This is being videotaped to show... You see? Yeah, okay. Looks the other way. I would be ashamed, too. Charlie. Hello. Charlie. Are you ignoring me? Hi. Why are you ignoring me? That hurts my feelings so bad, Charlie. Really? No treats. Hello? Okay, I'm being ignored, obviously. So I'll just go back talking to you guys. I assume if you're watching me, you're not ignoring me. My topic for today is not allowing yourself to be used. This is a quick story time, okay? Now, I told you guys that I thought I was developing a really wonderful, and I was so excited about friendship locally with my neighbor. I thought she was so great and stuff. And what I didn't tell you guys was, you know, obviously she's got some problems. Who doesn't? But I mean, she really has some problems. And I'm not in any way, shape, or form cutting her down for that. But it was a pretty one-sided friendship. I will admit that I was always doing for her. But I thought, well, you know, that I'm just trying to help her out and be a good friend. Well, sadly, you know, and like I told you guys, she's the one I gave all those scarves to, well over $100 worth of scarves. And I did it just with the goodness of my heart, to help her out. They didn't have enough to get everybody Christmas presents in her family. You know, and I know how that is so well. But sadly, right after Christmas, 2 days after Christmas, see, and she was always kind of hinting, like if she knew that we'd been to the doctor, and I made mention, like, with fibromyalgia, and the doctor had started me on that Mobic and stuff, she would be really strongly hinting about wanting some pain medication and stuff, which I didn't. I'm not gonna, be sharing pain meds and prescription meds. It's illegal and not right and stuff. And I knew she had a history with some addiction problems. But then sadly, 2 days after Christmas, she hit me with a great big long, I'd already caught her many, many lies. And they were lies that she had no need to tell me. When somebody brings up a fact of that they are, were an alcoholic and no longer drink or anything, well, I wouldn't know if you'd been an alcoholic or not, except for you bring it up. And then, when I find out that not the case at all, and again, not judging what she decides to do with her body and whether or not she's drinking is totally up to her. That's not my place to judge. But, you just hate to be lied to that way. You're like, why even do that? So anyway, 2 days after Christmas, she hits me with this big, long story of a family member that's in crisis and pray and stuff. And tell me how, this family member has children and stuff. So I say, well, if you guys need somebody to help watch the children, let me know. Because, I used to have my own daycares and worked in daycares and stuff. And if I can lend a hand, I will. Well, then the next day I text her and I say, well, how's everything going? Because she supposedly went to go stay with this family member. Or the family member was in the hospital or something. And she said, well, can't you read above? And she just laid into me. And I said, read above what? I never heard back from you. Because supposedly they were running all these tests and stuff in the hospital. And I said, you didn't need to be so short with me. I was just asking and trying to be a good friend. Well, here's this long story of stuff. And I just dropped it. I thought, okay, well, she's just really stressed out and really busy and stuff, and I'll just let it go and stuff. And I waited because she said, if I know anything, I'll let you know. And I'm like, okay. Well, New Year comes, and I decided, well, all I did was text and say, I wanted to wish her and her husband Happy New Year. And so I love you guys. And all I got back was thank you. Like 12 hours later. Never heard another word from her. Ever. Now, she lives right next to me. And you're like, I think I just majorly been used. I mean, I was always sending over baked goods and meals and, like I said, scarves, and we'd gone out stuff and we'd paid for stuff. And, always ready to lend a helping hand. If she was sick, I would give her over-the-counter medications if she didn't have it. Anytime they needed anything. And then it was like she got what she wanted and I was of no use. I think what happened really was that she told so many lies and that she realized that she was being found out, even though I never said that I knew to the contrary about the alcohol, or some other stuff I had found out. Not even searching for it, but somebody, would say, so-and-so, and it's like, oh, okay, But I think, she told so many lies that made her uncomfortable, so they she needed to get rid of me. But I feel very used. And then it comes to a point in time, it's like, well, I'm not going to allow myself to continue to be used. Yes, I'd like to have a friend locally to go do some things with, but I'm not going to ever be that desperate to be used. I used to be the type that let myself just be walked all over all the time, severely, especially by, like, my family, my mother and stuff. I learned the hard way and the painful way, not to allow myself just to keep being used. Because, I would even know that I was being used, like, by my mother and stuff. And it was almost like kind of getting gut punched and going, thank you, can I have another? Thank you, can I have another? So, I mean, if she speaks to me, I'll speak to her, but she hasn't. Every time she sees us outside or anything, she looks away. Her husband's friendly enough and stuff, and like I said, if I'm spoken to, I'll be polite and nice and everything, but you just gotta kind of cut people off that way and just wish them well. I mean, she's obviously got some bigger problems than me, and sometimes people that are in such a midst of an addiction and stuff, and she had several of them, or does have, are just chronic liars about everything, and they're so used to lying to everybody that that's just how they do their life. So anyway, that's all I really have for today. I'm feeling very tired. I will be excited when Brad gets home because I'm going to feed him, and then we'll probably lay down for naps and stuff. So, I think I might have to turn the heat up a little bit more. It's cold. It's chilly today. It's overcast, too. How's the weather like where you are? Is it good? What do you got planned for this weekend? We don't really have anything planned. Brad works all weekend. They work tomorrow night and stuff. But Monday, as long as the weather's nice, we're going to go fishing. I think we're going to go fishing. Either Monday or Wednesday. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day, and I hope that you are safe, warm, and dry wherever you are. And I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much. And I think you guys are awesome, and I will talk to you later. Bye.